Sure.
All of the nicks and acts that they do to bring the show to life. I mean, I just really never knew that, especially in the later years when they don't have a dress rehearsal now. Like, it's pretty much you block the scene and then you basically go right into it and that's it. And sometimes they get the pig pages and then they have to change like right then and there from what they learn. You're reading like 70 to 80 pages a day. You're learning new scripts a day, and actors in the daytime is one of the hardest professions to be in as an actor, and it takes so much talent to be a daytime actor, and people who decimate that and make it less than what it is, it upsets me. It really upsets me. I just killed the conversation. I think I just killed the conversation. Go ahead, Ryan.
No. I don't think you killed it. I just, it's funny because, people who don't know, like you said, who aren't familiar with the process of soaps and how they work and everything that goes into putting on one episode, it's kind of like, how fans are really hard on new actors getting going. People who are new to soaps, period. They're really hard on them, and it's kind of like, hey, so this person is memorizing 50, 60 pages of dialogue, and they have to get it right on the first take. They don't get the luxury of filming one scene 9, 10, 11, 12 times until you get it right, or, this person walked in away, so we have to redo it. You have to hit your mark. You have to be on your A game, and some people cannot handle it. Some people are not equipped for it, and that's okay because everybody's not going to be good at everything. But those who stick with it and really work to get better, you really see them blossom into becoming, better actors. And I think it was Melissa Gallo, now known as Melissa Tamaro. She did an interview recently with Yahoo TV, and she probably shows at Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she referenced her One Night Solicities and how it really prepared her for what acting truly is, and how she wishes that soaps got more respect and and all of that stuff. And I'm just kind of like, I think it's so great that actors like her who move on to prime time never forget where they came from. They never forget their roots. They don't snub it. They don't look down at it. And when you've got big names like James Franco and and Donna Mills and Meredith Baxter, who people who've had great film careers and primetime careers who want to come in and do soap. That's a big deal. That's a big thing, and people will chalk it up to, it's stunt casting. No, it's not. James Franco was a great actor, but he could not handle the workload.
I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm going to keep that to myself.
Well, okay.
Nope.
Well, listen, in my opinion, James
All right, fair
Franco
enough.
is a great actor.
There you
but
go.
I don't think he wasn't able to handle GH. And it was obvious that he wasn't able to handle it. And then you have someone like Roger Howard who comes in, takes over that role, and makes it his own. It's one of those things where you truly get to see, how the professionals are. A big mega film star couldn't handle, his, pages and pages of dialogue, but somebody else can. And then you've got people who float back and forth between primetime and daytime, and it's excellent. It's a wonderful medium, and I think with passionate people like you and Brandon and myself and others who are, trying to be true champions of the genre, people who understand, that it's not about us, it's about really furthering, these shows, these actors, and giving them a platform to connect with the fans and connect with, new viewers. That's what it's all about. That's what what we all do is all about. It's not, for, attention. It's really because we love it. And I think, was that a little bit of shade? I think it was.
No, that was shade. That was shade. I'm going to stop you right there, though. I'm going to stop you right there, though.
You have to love what you do.
I'm going to stop you right
there,
though.
You have to love what you do.
Okay. I was going to stop you right there, though, because you kind of segued into someone who's calling in right now, somebody who's been in this medium and forum for over 17 years and still continuing to go strong. He's the founder of SoapCentral.com. He has Soap Central Live and now the new Kroll Call show. Dan J. Kroll is joining us right now. How are you, sir?
Oh,
hello, happy anniversary. Woo! I need applause sounds for you.
I wish I had them, but you're supplying them very well. Hopefully you didn't hurt your thumb doing that. I understand you had a thumb injury.
There's not an original working part on my body anymore. I'm like Cher, I think. I don't know what I am. It's a shame.
You're a machine, Dan. You're a machine.
I kind of am. I don't know how to get past this. It's hard getting old. It's horrible, horrible.
What are you now, like 35? Like, really?
I haven't been 35 in about 35 years, I think. I have been unsorazed. I'm rapidly aging in other directions. I don't know what's going on over here. But 7 years is fun. It's a long time. 7 years. Who knew there was even streaming audio and streaming video 7 years? I don't think, was there? You were like the first one. You were the Al Gore of BlogTalkRadio.
Kind of, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Sure. Never had that comparison before, but yeah.
Except, of course, Al Gore was a Democrat, and Martha says you're turning into a Republican on air, so figure out who you want to be.
You know, it happens in life, you know. You change your standing in America, so it happens. and me, I never consider myself a political person, so you learn something new every day. Thanks, Martha. But, man, oh, man, I mean, somebody who's been a part of this for so long, I mean, God, I mean, I've talked to you for how long has it been now? And, I mean, you've taught me a lot of stuff. Like, you've really taught me a lot of stuff.
I'm not sure. I still can't get past this for so long. Every time someone refers to me now, they say I've been doing it for so long. It makes me feel like I'm on a rocking chair on the front porch chasing kids off the lawn. That's what you're making me feel like.
Well, I mean, if you look at it that way, Dan, I mean, I just turned 28, and if you've been doing this for 17 years, I was 11.
It's actually 20, so I mean, come on,
oh my God, 20! Oh my God, I didn't even know the internet existed until 1998. I mean, come on, dude, you're
really deep.
I made it worse. I'm sorry. Did I age you? Did I flourish you a little bit, Dan? I apologize.
That's all right. It is what it is. So it is 20 years, and you know what? I think that what Novell said, I think, is important with anything. You know, like a lot of things that we think of with grandparents or with parents, the goal that they have is to pass on things, to make sure that they're not forgotten or whatever the case is. And, you know, if that's true, Novell, if you were able to get anything out of what I've been doing, and if you're able to take it and make it work for you and do it better and pass it along to someone else, that to me is the ultimate compliment. And I think probably all the people who you've interviewed, it's the same thing. If you're able to take what they do, share your love of what they're doing with other people, you're keeping something alive. You're passing it on. And that, more than anything else, is I think what we should all be doing, not just in soaps, but, you know, pretty much with everything.
Right. And I agree wholeheartedly. I'm sure Ryan and Brandon agree with everything you just said.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
I couldn't have said it better, really,
well,
to be honest with you. No, see. God, even on air, Dan still gives us orders. But
I'm bossy.
He is bossy. Have you seen our conversations on Twitter? He's worse on Twitter than he is here. So you're aware, folks. So
yes, I think my interaction with Dan usually involve me telling him to log off or to go to bed. Usually it's one of those two. Like, Dan, log off, Dan, go to bed.
But I never do. I never sleep. I just sit there, and I figure eventually everyone else will tire out.
He's like up hours of the night, and he's probably like doing something for the website. He's thinking about something, and I was just like, "Don't you ever sleep? You never sleep."
I don't.
Yeah, he's.
I don't.
Novell, you know more than anyone that obviously, posting the show is, a big commitment in of itself. But running a website as well, you will never sleep. There's always something you can do, or you're tweaking, or inserting this somewhere, or something breaks, and There's been numerous times when I have had just a little bit too much of wine, and I go, oh, yeah, I'm totally going to be inspired to work. And I post something, or and then it's just like, you know what, oops, I broke it, or somebody will call me, you broke something, and I'm like, oh, I'll fix it later, sorry. That's like Dan, when Dan's not, traveling the country and sampling food everywhere. He used to have his own show on the Food Network, by the way, just Dan Sampling, Dan's Food Adventures, airing Saturdays on the Food Network. I would watch that show.
I love the food excursions he has on, and he posts about on Twitter. Like, seriously, who needs television? You have Dan Kroll's food escapades. So
I do like food. I will say that, and probably it's one of my top things in life that I love. And the funny thing about it is that I'm selective. I'm extremely picky. You wouldn't know it from what I say, but there are a lot of things that I just will not eat at all. We're going to be putting that to the test with Terry Ivins is going to be doing a food thing. I'm going on her show at some point, and she's going to force me to eat food that I don't like.
Oh, I have to be there for that. Please, let me know when that happens, because I need to see it.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I mean, if it's not some derivative of a cupcake or a cookie, or I don't know. This is going to be very stressful.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, will there be pregame interviews as you lead into sampling the food that you don't like? And if there are, obviously, I hope that whoever's going to be interviewing you knows a little bit more about you and aren't, a Vine celebrity or anything, which I still can't believe that's a real thing.
Well, I am going to be tweeting later. I have picked out my costume for next year, and let's just say it involves vines. I'm very excited. I'm going to be doing a vine costume.
A vine costume.
Scared. I'm very scared.
Can I tell you?
Would that be?
Can I tell you? I literally love the shade you threw on the red carpet at those girls. Just so you know, when I watched it, I literally was sitting in my chair applauding, because you literally shaded those girls without them realizing they were being shaded. I was so happy.
But here's the thing.
You did me proud.
I didn't do any. I had no idea what was going on. When I do the red carpet in the Emmys, my phone is off. I was completely out of touch with the world. I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, that just made it so much better. You realize you saying that just made it so much better.
I was screaming. Can I tell you, I was screaming at my laptop and texting my correspondent who was there. I was like, go over, tell Dan to take the microphone. Tell him to take it now. This is tragic, all capital letters, obviously, and angry emojis, because I'm an emoji texter. I'm just like, tell him to take it now. And when you finally did sort of, school them, you give them a nice soap education as you're throwing around your many, many years of soap knowledge, and it completely went over their heads. I was just like, this is why we need to have professionals there. And whoever thought that was a good idea should be fired and banned from ever being associated with another award show. But that's just my opinion.
That's just none of my business. Brandon, would you like to add? Would you like to add, Brandon? No, you don't want to add anything? Okay. Well, Dan, what do you have to say to that response right now?
I am appreciative of all of the feedback I got from that. Again, I had no idea what was really going on. I thought I was just being called over to fill some time and, pop in, and it was a little promotion of saying thank you for all your years of covering the red carpet and doing that. I didn't know what was really going on until much later. And then seeing the response was extremely overwhelming. And, and I have no expectations. I know that everyone has a very short attention span. So even though the Emmys have been moved up and they will be in April this year, I have no expectations that anyone will remember what happened a year ago or what went on. I think it's so much fun to be there. It's so much fun to be able to work the red carpet. It's exhilarating. It's you don't know what you're getting into. It looks, well, contrary to what happened, I guess, on the show, the pre-show last year, it looks, usually like it's very organized, like it's very streamed. But when you're there in person,